2023 Hoyt VTM 34. Let's check it out. Hello and welcome back to the YouTube channel. MFJJ here with PodiumArcher.com talking about the new VTM 34 from Hoyt 2023. Just got these this afternoon, unbolted them, and quite frankly, to start, I was trying to look them over and see what was different about them. So I called my sales rep and talked through it with him a little bit and tried to pick up on a couple of changes that they've made to these bows from last year to this year. One, the 34 is now 34, not 33. Riser length is the same as the previous bow. It looks like it's a little lighter, although I can't find statistical information on that because it's not out yet because we're filming these before the information is released. But it does look like they took a little more meat out of the riser. Consequently, some right here, which I was told was partially for the Garmin Zero sight to be able to run the cable through there, and a couple of cuts back here in the rear recession here and here. This one particularly is for the down traveling cable to attach your IMX fall away rest to. Because they were having problems with the alignment there. It does look like they changed some of the angles of the attachments here. They took a little more meat out of here, a little more meat out of here, but outside of that, it seems very similar. So I'm curious to know, since I haven't shot this yet, if and how the vibration affects this bow. Maybe it's a little less from some of the angle changes that they made because there are some different angle cuts in here. The bow is rated at 334 feet a second. It's 4.8 pounds. 34 axle to axle, 6 1/4 brace height, 26 to 31 length, 40 to 80 pounds as far as your peak weight options, i.e. 40-pound peak, 50-pound peak, 60-pound peak, 65-pound peak, 70-pound peak, and 80-pound peak. Let's check some of these measurements against what they say. I do not know the retails. I was told it's probably a little more than last year, $50 to $100, but they don't have a published one yet, so I can't tell you. But let's head over here and measure some of these things. All right, so overall riser length, 28 3/4, which is basically the same as last year's 33. Axle to axle length. This bow says it's 34 axle to axle, but I would say it's 33 7/8, about as close as you're going to get there. Brace height's measuring out at 6 1/8 to the front, 6 1/4 to the back of the string, depending on how you want to measure it. I would say it's 6 1/8. Let's check our reflex design. Which reflex we got here? Looks like around 3 1/8, 3 1/4, so very similar to what the Matthews were. Let's check our physical weight. Mind you, in fact, I'm just going to take this off because we know that weighs a lot, and they're not weighing it with that. They're also not weighing it with an arrow rest or these little rubber thingies on there. So this is weighing out at 5.1, so that's probably pretty close to that published weight. I did set it at 30 inches, but I haven't scaled it for weight yet, so we'll pull that back and check that and adjust it if necessary, and then get some arrows through it. Cycle feels exactly the same. That's 73, so it doesn't feel any different than last year's, but it shouldn't because the cam's exactly the same. So it doesn't look like there's any change to that. The module's interchanged because I had to get a module off another bow because this had the wrong module on it to get us to 30 inches to effectively test this bow against what their published speeds are. Let's do that again. 71.1. I'll drop it just a little bit more. Somebody will complain about that if I leave it there. Let's take it down 1/4. That should get us to 70. Try one more. 70.1. There you go. Let's run some arrows through it and see what this feels like. All right, I have not shot this bow. Setting the weight on that was the first time I've cycled it, so I have no idea what it feels like. Let's see what we go. Cycle is super smooth, just like last year. It's, like I said, same cam system, so it should feel the same. That's pretty darn dead. It's been a little while since I shot a 33 from last year, so I can't honestly assess if this is deader or if last year's was just dead, but this feels pretty darn dead. So I don't know if those machine cuts are making a big difference in overall felt vibration, but I want to say this feels like less vibration than last year's. I'm going to grip this one really good so I can try to tell you when it ends. Gone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's dissipating faster than last year. So at first glance, when you're looking at this bow and the other one, the 31, they don't look like they did much, but they definitely feel more dead than last year. So that's some computer engineering guru work or whatnot to make that bow a little more dead than it was. Yeah, it dissipates super fast and it's very quiet. Let's see if the speed's holding up. All right, here we go. VTM 34, 70 pounds, 30 inches, 350 grain arrow on 85%. $325. $318. That was weird. I better reshoot that. Anytime I get a variance of more than 2 feet, I'll usually reshoot the arrow and disregard it. I did go high and left in the chronograph, so I could have just got a poor light reading. Hang on, I'll make sure this one's in a good spot. 325. So I'm going to assume that's right, but I'll reshoot that one arrow just to make sure. Yeah, definitely a very smooth drawing bow. We'll give it that. 323. So we'll give it an average 324. We'll try it at 80% and see if we can pick up anything in speed. All right. We are now on 80% let off, 30 inches, 70 pounds, 350 grain arrow. See if we pick up anything. 326. $323. $322. So I'm not going to give any speed increase for that. We're going to say it's a 325, which is within 9 feet. So I'll give them an okay rating on their published difference. I got to be honest, other than it does feel a little better, I don't see much change in this product from last year. So if you already own the 33, you're probably not going to be jumping out of your shoes, but I would give it a shot side by side and give it a fair comparison. You may like it quite a bit better. Same draw cycle, same cam system, same limbs, same limb pockets, no changes there. It's just all in the machining of the riser, which does consequently affect the overall felt vibration in the bow, which I would not have expected, but it definitely did. Head on over to podiumarcher.com for all your archery needs. $99 and up is free shipping. I haven't gotten confirmation back if we're going to be able to give one of these away or not, so I will revise it after we get the videos posted, because we got to have the videos posted on time no matter what, but I haven't heard back from their marketing department if they're going to let me give one of these bows away or not. So if we do, we'll revise it, add to it after it's up, and let you know. But all in all, I definitely check this bow out. Your shop should have these on Friday, I want to say, which is when we launch the videos, or at least some ones to test fire, maybe not for sale yet, but definitely Definitely some different cuts in that riser. Everything else looks the same, so not massively huge changes, but it did feel a little bit better and is within our acceptable parameter of velocity adjustments. So head on down to your shop and check it out. Thanks for watching.